First game we're going to talk about today is Guilty Gear X-2 for the PlayStation 2 from Sammy. What'd you think of this one?
I think the reason they called it Guilty Gear is because that's how the designer felt after they released this pile.
You hate 2D games, don't you? You just can't stand anything in 2D anymore. You want everything to be Tekken is what you want.
No, I'll tell you the reason that I don't like these 2D fighting games. For the simple reason of this.
Yes.
Is that the first thing I did, Vic wanted to play two-player.
I did, yeah.
Heaven or hell, duel one, let's rock!
So I put a sheet over my head, and I played the game without ever watching the screen, because all you do is hit buttons, and I pretty much beat him 80% of the time.
No, I was winning. I was winning, but he was doing pretty good.
Then the other thing about this game is you can literally just get one good move,
yes,
and then use that for the entire game.
Yeah, that's annoying.
This guy's trying to do his 10-hit combos and his
how you play.
Super stupid. And I've just got this
fun.
I just got this one move.
Yeah, he's got this blade weapon. He's just whacking me with it, and I can't do anything about it.
10 wins later, he found one character.
I finally did it, and then that's when he wanted to quit. Of course, I've had enough. I can't play anymore.
The game's over.
Now, talk about these characters here for a sec. There's a bunch of weird ones. They got this rock theme going on. There's rock and roll music all
What
the way
is
through
up with this? The characters in this game, I mean, they're all 80s rock and roll cheap rip-off thing. I mean, you got a guy called Axl Low,
right,
which looks exactly like Axl Rose. They got a Zappa character.
They got a Zappa.
Eddie, I guess that's supposed to be Eddie Van Halen. I don't know.
Right, I know, but it's the style of the game.
Oh wait, how about this for creativity? They got a guy named Soul Bad Guy. They obviously ran out of names.
Well, that was like the template for the name or something, and nobody said, "Wait a second, we don't really have a name there. That's just
let's just call him Bad Guy."
My favorite character in this game is a dude called Zappa. This character is really bizarre. His gut spits bile. It turns into a face and pukes out this little green stuff onto the bad guys.
You see where we're going?
And he just bends in all kinds of weird sort of contortions, and blades come out of his body, and it's just very, very strange. The designers of this game are obvious fans of this genre. They know what they're doing. You're going to get all of the counters, all of the reversals, all of the different sort of recovery moves. For a 2D fighter, there's actually a lot of technique involved in winning in this game.
I know, doing this a lot.
No, I mean, you can do that, and there's definitely going to be a lot of button mashing when you start out. Almost every fighting game, period, starts out that way, but as you unravel it, there's lots and lots of stuff to enjoy, and that's the same thing with this game. If you don't like 2D fighters, this one's not going to change your mind. If you love 2D fighters and you played all the other ones, this one's going to feel familiar, but the art style is very unique, and the special moves are fantastic in this game. I have a lot of fun. I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
Ah, brutal. On the positive side, there are 20 different fighters to choose from, and all of them are very weird and fun. The controls and the tactile feedback from this game are perfect. And if you're into 2D fighters, you're going to appreciate the very imaginative directions they took with the art and style.
On the negative side, this game felt like it fell through a time warp from about 10 or 15 years ago. It's not a very deep game. I mean, all you're doing is button mashing through the whole thing. And what's up with all these weird rock and roll related characters? 7.5. What?
Be careful.
What do you think it is now with the 7.5?
Come on.
Sure you don't want to change your score?
That's a weapon.
Sure you don't want? Here, let's get rid of this. See if we can get rid of this goatee thing you got. Doesn't that annoy you, that little thing he's got?
All right, let's talk about the next game. All right?
All right.
Okay. We're going to move now to another fighting game. This one's a little bit crazier even than Guilty Gear X. This one's called Kung Fu Chaos. It's from Microsoft for the Xbox. What do you think of this one?
Now this is a great game. Now see, here's something that's new, it's fresh, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's funny. You know how Stuntman and Chase Hollywood Stunts from last year, they recreated this whole making of a movie thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what this game does,
yes, it
except with a kind of cartoony, kung fu style action.
You see rain on the film as it's doing this whole sort of affected look at a kung fu film, And you do get to hear sound bites and stuff from this crazy director who's just yelling out all
It is
kinds
funny.
of ridiculous action stuff.
Oh, you hit the button, you!
Everything is foggy. Get on the fucking yin yang. Yin yang.
And the environments are
Really interactive.
coming down behind
Yeah.
you, and everything's interactive about the levels, and you're jumping, you're fighting, you're pulling stuff off the wall and
Yeah,
shooting.
it's awesome.
But then they have a whole bunch of mini games as well.
One of my favorite mini games is where you pick up the princess that you just saved in the previous sort of mission,
The Ugly Princess.
the ugly princess, and you have to throw her at other guys that are on these poles that are leaning like this, and you can see the mattresses that everybody, all the stunt people, are supposed to fall down onto down below, and you're trying to knock them off by throwing the princess at them, and if you catch her just in time, you'll catch her and then be able to throw them at the other person. Very funny, very cute, very clever stuff there.
The other thing is that all the movies that you kind of star in or are the stuntman for
Yeah.
are all kind of takeoffs on great Hollywood films. Like they have the Jurassic Park dinosaur thing, they got
Right.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones thing, they got the 50s sci-fi UFO thing, and Close Encounters.
Don't forget about the Kung Fu movie, which is called Legend of the Drunken Bastards.
Yes, right.
I
That's
love
right.
that one. That was great. And there's also the
The Titanic
Titanic ripoff,
thing, right,
which
right.
is called Gigantic Crack.
Shao Ting got inspiration for this scene while visiting the toilet. Now I feel like king of the world.
Now, one of the coolest things in this game, apart from the diversity and the fun, it's a 4-player game, so you can have a bunch of people playing together. What you can do is you can save your replays, and they call them Final Cut. And it isn't just like a standard replay from the same angle that you play the game from. They actually cut to all the different sort of film angles that you would want. They put grain on it. They do Matrix-style special slow-mo effects and stuff. And then the director offers up commentary along the way, and it's all these little funny bits, you know, like, I'm crying, the performance is so perfect, and this is my favorite part, this is where I'm talking the most. And
I'd like to dedicate this action sequence to any girl who want me. This one to you.
this is a total gem. You got to check out Kung Fu Chaos, giving it an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 as well. On the positive side, here's a game that is completely unique and fun to play. The director and all his commentary are hilarious. And it's not just the same old thing over and over. It's fighting, it's mini games, complete uniqueness.
On the negative side, because the characters are a little bit small and they're so frantic, it's kind of difficult to make out exactly what moves you're pulling off. As cute and cool looking as the characters are, you do wish sometimes that the camera would get a little bit closer to the action. And we both wish that there were a few more characters in the game as well. Check it out, I could buy Excalibur for 150 bucks.
Oh, really?
Not bad, huh?
You want to fight?
Yeah, let's do it, man. This
Alright.
thing's gorgeous.
On guard!
We'll be right back with a look at Black and Bruised.